Hi, fourth grade. We're going to continue with our last lesson of the week in chapter 20. We'll be working today on lesson 20.4, Polygons. If you haven't done so already, please take out your math journal, write in the title of our lesson, 20.4, Polygons, and turn to page 524 in your textbook. You'll need to pause the video and take down this vocabulary slide into your journal. I would like you to write in these definitions of what a polygon is, and I would like you to copy down your own chart of the different names of polygons, the examples, and how many sides or angles it has. I know this might take you some time, so please pause the video and copy that down now. All right, so you should have copied down this slide of vocabulary into your math journal so that you have it to look back on for later. So let's go over what a polygon is. Well, like you took down in your journal, a polygon is a closed plane figure. Remember from lesson 1, a plane is a flat surface that has at least 3 points on it. So polygons have to be closed. That means they don't have any gaps in their lines. So for example, if I was trying to draw a triangle, but I drew it like this, do you see how I have this gap right here? A polygon has to be a closed circle, a closed shape, so it can have no openings whatsoever. Also, a polygon is made by 3 or more lines, and the lines are straight. Okay, so that's an important thing to remember. Polygons are straight-sided figures. So this special figure here is not a polygon. That is a circle. It is a flat surface, but it is not a polygon because it is not made of any straight sides. So that is not, a circle is not a polygon. It has to have lines that are straight. Now, yes, it's hard for us to draw straight lines free-handed sometimes, but we kind of get the general idea. So if I ever draw crooked, like I did right there, just smile and say, "It's okay, Mrs. Kendall, I know what you meant." All right, so the next polygon sides have to be connected by line segments. So they don't continue in all directions forever. They are line segments, which means they have an end. They don't continue. And then, like I mentioned before, there can be no breaks in the sides of a polygon. So that's important to look out for as well. Now, you have been learning about polygons and their different names since you were in kindergarten. You've talked about triangles, and you've talked about pentagons, hexagons, octagons, and last year you should have been introduced to quadrilaterals. So these are just names for polygons, and they get their names by how many sides they have. So triangle, the first beginning part, tri, means the number 3. So that's why we call a triangle, because it has 3 sides and 3 angles. Triangle, do you get it? Tri meaning 3, and angles, the inside corners are the angles. Quadrilateral, the beginning part of that word quad means 4. Quadrilaterals have 4 sides and 4 angles. There's lots of different kinds of quadrilaterals. Squares, rectangles, rhombus, lots of things like that are all quadrilaterals. Pentagon, the beginning part, penta means 5. So pentagons have 5 sides and 5 angles. Hexagon, hexa means 6. So they have 6 sides and 6 angles. Octagon, octa means 8. Octagons have 8 sides and 8 angles. And then we have decagon. Deca means 10. 10 sides and 10 angles. You'll definitely want to have this handy. So if you didn't already take that down in your journal, please do that. You'll want that for later. Let's take a look at some examples of what are polygons and what are not polygons. So first of all, so this is coming just from your textbook. So remember, polygons are closed figure. So we can already eliminate this third one here because of this opening. Do you see that? It's not a polygon. Also, polygons have straight sides, so we can eliminate this last one. Do you see this curved side here? That makes it not a polygon. Polygons only have straight sides. Next, the polygon, this is absolutely a polygon. At the beginning, they all have straight sides, all line segments. That's great. But the second one here, this is also not a polygon because the sides are intersecting. Do you see how they cross in the middle here? We have in a polygon, the lines cannot intersect. Okay, they have to just meet at the end of a line segment. They can't ever cross each other. Then we just have intersecting lines. One more note that you need to write down, you can go ahead and write this as I talk, is the word regular polygon. A regular polygon has all sides that are equal in length and angles are equal in measure because the sides are equal. So the sides are equal and the angles are equal. Those are called regular polygons. Not regular polygons or irregular polygons are polygons that don't have the same length sides and don't have the same measurement of angles as a result. Remember, the angles are what happens where two line segments meet, forms an angle. All right, so let's take a look at number one. Looking at number one and looking at this figure, let's go ahead and draw a sketch of it in our journals together. It's okay if it's not exact, just try to get the general gist of it. I'm going to try a little bit harder. That wasn't so beautiful. Let's try that again. Whoop. I don't know. It's fine. You get the general idea. Remember to smile and say, "It's okay, Mrs. Kendall. I know what you meant." All right, so looking at that figure, does the figure have straight sides? Well, yes. The first question is straight sides? Yes. Yes, it has straight sides. Are any of the sides not connected? Unfortunately, yes. Do you see how this side here is not connected? So the second question, the answer is also yes, the sides are not all connected. So is this figure a polygon? It has straight sides, which is great, but it's not a closed figure. So no, not a polygon, because it is not closed. All right, let's now take a look and see if these shapes are regular or irregular. So I have a rectangle. I'm going to do my best to draw it straight, but again, remember, just smile, say, "It's okay, Mrs. Kendall." All right, so I have a rectangle. I'm going to do my best to close all the sides. We're going to name the polygon and tell whether it appears to be regular or not regular. Now, although we know this to be a rectangle, the correct geometric term in terms of polygons, the type of polygon it is it is a quadrilateral because it has four sides, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is called a quadrilateral. This is where you're going to want your notes to come in handy. I'm just going to check my spelling, quadrilateral with an I, quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral, and does it appear to be regular or not regular? So remember, regular means it has all the same length sides. Does this have all the same length sides? No. Two of the sides are the same and the other two are different, so this is not regular. All right, number 3. We have a square that's turned on its side to look like a diamond. Sorry again, remember, it's okay, Mrs. Kendall, if your drawing's not perfect, but I'm going to try a little harder for you. Let's try this again. It's a little bit better. Okay, so looking at this, we know this to be a square or a diamond, but specifically as a polygon, we need to name it by its number of sides. Poly, actually, this is a good note for you. You don't need to write this down, but the word poly actually means many. So polygons are shapes that have many sides. Okay, so that's why we name them by their sides when we're talking about polygons, because that's the definition of it. So specifically in each category, there's different kinds of shapes within there, but the main name of the shape that has 4 sides is a quadrilateral, because quad means 4. Quadrilateral. Long word. We're getting some writing practice in here today. All right, now looking at the original shape in your textbook, not so much mine that I drew because it's not perfect. Is this regular or not regular? Regular means it has the same length sides. Looking at number 3, I can tell that those are all the same length, so this would be a regular polygon. All right, number 4, looking at this triangle. Let's name it. So it is a triangle, and there's a specific name for this kind of triangle. We'll get into that in later chapters. Tri means 3. We're naming this by the number of sides because it's a polygon. So this is a triangle. It has 3 sides, 3 angles. Is it regular or not regular? Well, look at the sides. Are all the sides the same length? No, they are not. So this is not regular. That means that inner angles are going to be not the same either. All right, and number 5, I'll try to squeeze in over here. Okay, number 5, let's count the sides so I can draw this out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just had to make sure. Yes, there are 8. Oops, so sorry. There are 8 8 sides to this figure. So looking at this polygon, there are 8 sides to the figure. The name of a polygon that has 8 sides is octagon. Octa means 8, octagon. And I can tell looking at the original picture here, it does look like all of the side lengths are exactly the same. So that means it is a regular polygon. That also means that all of these angles inside where the line segments are meeting are all going to be the same measure. All right, let's continue. For this set, we're going to tell if it appears to be regular or not regular. So that's all we have to do for this one. So remember, regular means they have the same length of sides. Not regular means they are different length sides. So number 7, looking at this pentagon with 5 sides, it appears that all of the side lengths are the same. So would that be regular or not regular? It should be regular. Number 7 is regular. Number 8. Okay, looking at this star, beautiful star. How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's a decagon. Cool, decagon. It has 10 sides. We know it as a star, but because it has 10 sides, it's a decagon. And all of the sides do appear to be the same, so that is also a regular polygon. Number 9, looking at this one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. That makes it a pentagon, even though it's not a traditional pentagon like we're used to. It appears that those sides are definitely not the same length, so that would be not regular. And number 10, Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a hexagon. 6 means hexa. Hexagon, I can tell off the bat these two sides are definitely longer than the other two sets. So this is also not regular. All right, so now moving on, numbers 11 through 14, we just need to say whether it's a polygon or not. So let's go back before we start this. Let's review what makes it a polygon or not a polygon. Remember, it has to be closed. It's formed by 3 or more straight sides. It's connected by line segments, and there's no breaks in the sides. All right, so let's see here now that we've reviewed those. Looking at number 11, I see this shape looks like a moon. Right off the bat, it's curved, so that tells me that no, this is not a polygon because it's curved. So for our explanation, we'll write polygons have straight sides. That's what makes this not a polygon. All right, number 12. Number 12, this is a quadrilateral. Another word for it that we'll get into later is called a parallelogram because the lines are all running parallel to each other. This is a polygon. And let's explain. It's closed. So let's explain polygons are closed and have straight sides. We could explain a lot more reasons why this is a polygon, but I think 2 is okay. All right, number 13. Oh, bam, bam, bam. Do you see this opening right here? That makes it not a polygon. Let's still sketch it into our journal. Unfortunately, this is no. And again, we'll repeat the reason we gave the first one for number 11. Polygons. Oh, sorry, not repeat that. Not that they have straight sides. This does have straight sides. Polygons are closed. Closed figures. Okay. Sorry, my friends. One moment. I did it again. There we go. All right, and number 14. All right, this one, let's run through our list. Number 14, we have this figure here. It looks like a triangle, but do you see how we have these intersecting lines here? Polygons do not have lines that cross each other, okay? Remember that from the beginning. Sides do not intersect. So this is not a polygon because the sides are intersecting. They meet to form vertexes. The line segments should meet to form vertexes, but they should not run through each other and intersect. So this is no, and the reason why is sides should not intersect. Sides should not intersect. All right, so numbers 15 through 18 says to use dot paper to draw each polygon. I don't have dot paper, and I'm assuming you don't either. So let's just do the best we can in making assumptions, and it's okay that we don't have dot paper. So number 15, we're going to draw a triangle that is not regular. So if it's not regular, that means the sides should not be the same. So let's very obviously draw a triangle which sides are not all the same length. So let's make the triangle have one side really long, one side short, and we'll have the other side long. So that obviously is not the same angles on the inside or the same length side. So that's not regular. Now the dot paper would help us draw it exactly. If you want to draw it exactly, you could also use a ruler and measure out one side an inch, one side 2, one side 3 for not regular. All right, a hexagon that is not regular. Remember, hexa means 6, so it needs to be a 6-sided figure, again, that should not have the same sides. So one way you could do that to make it not the same sides is don't make it a traditional hexagon where everything's just stacked in a circle. Let's do it a different shape. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, one of my sides is a little curved. Let me fix that. So you can copy what I've done, or you can make your own shape. It just needs to have 6 sides. I'm going to fix that also so it's nice and straight. The best I can do. 6 sides, straight, not regular, but still a polygon. All right, number 17. Oh, sorry, that was 17. Whoopsies. I'm reading these the wrong way. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for being patient with me. All right, so I'm on number 16. I've skipped around a little bit. A pentagon that is not regular. So penta means 5. Again, it needs to be not regular. So it can have 5 sides, but they all need to be different lengths. So again, I'm going to draw kind of a funky shape. As long as it's closed and it's all straight, that's all that matters. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is a funky looking pentagon. You could also draw a traditional pentagon as well. Just maybe draw it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's normally when we think of pentagon, what we think of, but it's just any shape with 5 sides. All right, number 18, a regular quadrilateral. So a regular quadrilateral means it needs to have all the same sides. So let's draw a square. Would have all the same sides, and just do the best you can. I'm not going to judge you. This is again where the dot paper would come in handy, but try to get those sides as equal as possible so it looks regular. All right, number 19. You guys are doing a great job, I'm sure. Thanks for working with me and doing your work. I'm really proud of you. All right, so we're going to look at these figures, and we're going to choose the figure that does not belong. So let's see if we can find a pattern. So, all right, I see shape A, polygon A, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Okay, so that's 5-sided. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, but I see that there's a little gap here. It's not closed. And this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So I don't think it has anything to do with the number of sides because we have 5, 4, 5, and 6. So that doesn't make any sense. So what I believe would be the one that doesn't belong is the one that is not a polygon. Can you see which one is not a polygon? Is it A, B, C, or D? It's C. C is not a polygon because it is not closed. All polygons need to be closed. So figure C does not belong. Because it is not a polygon. All right. Okay, you guys, well, thank you so much for working with me. Today, your assignment is to complete 20.4 PW. You're going to complete all of the page. And go ahead, once I'm finished talking, you can pause this video so that you can have the answer key pulled up to check your work. As a reminder, you're not turning this work into me directly, which is why I'm having you grade it yourself. using your answer key. And at the end of the week, the way you tell me that you finished your work is just by checking off the assignments from the checklist that you completed them. And then I'll be sending out an end of the week quiz for you to complete to see how much you understood. All right, you guys. So make sure you took those notes down, and I will see you next week to continue chapter 20. Keep up the good work.